Ultimately, 3D is a long-term initiative for Sony globally, and PlayStation will be offering critical support. For anyone who wants to experience amazing 3D content, we'll give the option to play the best games. 3D clearly adds something different to the gaming experience, whether it's judging braking distances in GT5 or immersing yourself in an alien world while playing Killzone 3. With the addition of PlayStation Move to the mix, games such as the Fight, Tumble and iPad show how gaming is evolving. And to highlight how this technology can help a game's evolution, I'd like you to put your glasses back on and introduce you to Matt Southern and Paul Ruszczynski from Evolution Studios, both of whom are appearing in actual 3D. And they'll show you just how 3D has enhanced MotorStorm Apocalypse. Matt and Paul.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you everyone for coming. Good evening. Stereoscopic 3D is going to change gaming forever. And if there's one type of game it will change the most, it's probably the racing game. That visceral thrill of propelling yourself forward at insane speeds in the comfort of your living room that we all love so much is literally being taken to a new dimension. This technology and the genre were made for each other. And as a result, MotorStorm Apocalypse is leading the resurrection of action racing. 3D enhances your ability to give speed and distance to objects and to the corners ahead. As Paul wants to move to a classic range of multiple vehicles, the feeling of progress is vastly increased. The ability to understand the environment, judge depth, and really accurately nail a racing line all become more intuitive in 3D. It's such a natural next step for racing, which is why these days most of the world's top professional racing drivers are trained on the latest 3D simulators. We love interacting with the other vehicles in MotorStorm, and Paul can more accurately judge his proximity to the other stormers in 3D, which is crucial when having to make rapid decisions to position his car in relation to the AI and the lunatics that are in his way. Now, aside from the racing, there's something happening under the ground on this track that the stormers are going to know about pretty soon. The game is, of course, set during an apocalypse. So let's watch the environment get ripped to pieces. This track is going to be available if you're going to be scheduled at Evolution Studios at Gamescom, hands-on with a couple of vehicle choices, so if you want to play it, looking forward to doing that over the course of the show. Our unique brand of urban off-road racing is spectacular enough in 2D, with buildings collapsing around you, insane pyrotechnics, and ragdolls flying towards the screen. But in 3D, it truly nails the gonzo insanity that our game celebrates. You almost want to physically dodge out of the way, and the sense of scale is really brought home. Every flying object, every ragdoll, every particle and visual effect is enhanced by the stereoscopic effects. They don't have to fly at you in the way that old-fashioned 3D was always used, but when they do, it's pretty awesome. When something's going to win, can they overboost over the finishing line like all the coaches? Well done. Thank you. So that's MotorStorm Apocalypse in 3D. The next dimension in racing will arrive in stores in spring 2011. Thank you very much. Let me hand you back to you.
Now all I need to do is convince my wife to let me have a 60-foot screen in my house to enjoy that game. So, before I let you loose on all of the games available to play tonight, I'd like to invite one last person onto stage. It's my great pleasure to welcome someone who has worked with PlayStation for a very long time and has made some of the most iconic games that we've ever known. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome founder of Insomniac Games, Ted Price.
Thank you very much, Andy. It's fantastic to be up here on stage once again as a Sony partner. Insomniac and Sony have been collaborating on games for over 12 years. In this business, that is a long time. Together, we have sold more than 35 million games. And I'm up here to reiterate that this great relationship is continuing into the future. Now, speaking of the future, the reason several of us from Insomniac are actually here today is to announce our newest game. And we've been pretty quiet over the last year by Insomniac standards. In fact, we didn't show anything at all at E3 for the first time in 9 years. And for most of us, it was a welcome break. I mean, I personally got to walk around, play games, so that was pretty awesome. But the reason we didn't show anything is because we had a major shift in philosophy at Insomniac. Right after Resistance 2 launched, and as we were finishing up Ratchet & Clank: The Crack in Time, we sat back and assessed our place in the console development universe. We came to the realization that our process needed to evolve. We decided to lengthen our development process to 3 years per title, and for the most part, keep the same teams on the games for the whole production cycle. What this does is allow us to iterate much more on our ideas, and most importantly, focus on more polish and tuning so we can bring even better games to gamers. And in today's world, where gamers' expectations are sky high, this approach is absolutely crucial to continued success. The first of our games to benefit from that approach is here today. To demonstrate it, I'd like to introduce the head of our North Carolina studio, Chad Dessert.
Thanks, Ted. Hello, everyone. So last year, Insomniac Games opened the doors at our new studio in North Carolina. We started the studio because we feel strongly that Insomniac has a culture that's worth expanding, and we just wanted to make more games. So we headed east with a particularly grizzled and cranky group of Insomniac veterans. And then we picked up some newcomers who were relatively pleasant. And now we have 30 talented developers hard at work in our secret cabin. And at this point, you're probably wondering, what are they building? Well, it's finally time to let you in on the secret. But instead of just telling you about it, we'd like to show you. So here's someone you know. We knew very early on that we wanted to make a Ratchet & Clank game. We loved the series and we had a clear idea of where we wanted to take it next. And here's Sean McCabe, our production director.
We realized that we wanted to let players explore the universe with Ratchet & Clank together at the same time. Our fans have wanted this, and we wanted to.
And then we thought, well, why stop there? We need to keep Ratchet & Clank on their toes. So we added Captain Quark. Here's Ted Price.
And finally, our super team needed a touch of evil, backstabbing treachery. So thanks to a cosmic mishap, here's Dr. Nefarious.
That's our community team's James Stevenson. This is your first look at Ratchet & Clank All for One. Ratchet & Clank All for One takes the interplanetary style of the Ratchet universe and adds drop-in